Hey guys, welcome back. On my last video, I showed you guys the cross collar from the mount choke. So another one I like to do from here on this same top position, it's the same thing. I try to keep my weight on my knees and my weight on my hips, and I keep these feet kind of active, getting ready for the bump, you know, whatever way they're going. So when I'm in this position here, I like to do the cross collar choke, and I also like to get into like S mount, or what I call on the higher side of his face. Because when you're down here on his hip, it's easy for him to move you around. When you start sliding up, you see what I do is I take my knees here and I slide, and I slide, and I kind of stay here. Once I get higher in his chest, it's a lot harder for him to actually bump or do anything, because all I gotta do is just kind of sit here. There's not a lot to do. You know, you're just kind of maintaining your base and not making sure you fall. So the first thing I do is when I start getting high here, I keep my hands here, and I like to come to one side, the side I want to attack. I wipe my hands on the mat, and then I wipe in. So I like to wipe in to catch the arm, and sometimes if I want to be not nice, I put it on their face, or I just grip here. And the whole point of this is so I can slide this here to trap this arm inside. Once I'm out here on this side here, I keep my hands inside, and then I take this foot. So where people usually lose this is they try to put their foot up like this, their hand goes in, you know, or they get a little too heavy and the guy rolls. So when I get here, the thing I try to tell people is put your weight on your hip and bring your foot out straight. I take my opposite hand, and then I start hugging. And all I'm doing is I'm coming up high as I can so I can sit up. When I sit up, I'm putting my weight on my thigh, and I'm putting it on his chest as I'm holding all this. So I'm here holding it, and then I'm rolling. And the whole point of this is so I can roll my foot, because I'm not super flexible there. And then I'm squeezing here, and I'm getting in this position. Once you're here, this is money time. You know, you can do whatever you want, but I always usually tell people the first thing I try to do is go for the armbar. That's the most common attack. And this is another place where people kind of lose this. They'll have a tendency when they want to armbar, they'll kind of get up, or they'll go too far this way. All you gotta do is once you're here, take your weight and lean. Keep all your weight right here and lean. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can walk my foot up, bring it inside, and then catch the arm. And all I gotta do is start falling back, and you squeeze for this arm bar here. And it's the same details like I always say. Inside, this is squeezing the head, and I'm capturing this, and I'm trying to control the top of his hand here. And all I'm doing is I'm just squeezing back until I get the tap. Thanks, stay tuned.